Have you ever pondered why Noah, among many other prophets, was chosen by God for such a significant task? This question invites us to delve into the unique story of Noah, an individual chosen to carry an immense responsibility. The Quran, the holy book of Islam, provides us with insight into this intriguing narrative. Noah, like his prophetic brethren Abraham, Ishmael, Isaac, Jacob, Jesus, Elijah, Job, Aaron, Jonah, David, and Muhammad, was inspired directly by God. His prophethood wasn't a chance occurrence, but a divine appointment. Chosen for his unwavering faith and steadfastness, Noah stood out as a beacon of hope in a world teetering on the brink of spiritual collapse. At the heart of Noah's message was the oneness of God, a fundamental concept that underpins the entirety of Islamic belief. This concept, known as Tawheed, asserts that there is only one God, the creator and sustainer of the universe. It rejects any form of idolatry or polytheism, emphasizing that worship should be directed solely towards God. Noah preached this message of monotheism relentlessly, calling upon his people to abandon their idols and turn back to the one true God. His teachings were not merely verbal proclamations, they were reflected in his actions, his lifestyle, and his unwavering commitment to the path of righteousness. Yet Noah's task was not a simple one. He was tasked with guiding a people who had strayed far from the path of monotheism. He was met with resistance and ridicule, yet he remained resolute, warning his people of the impending doom that awaited them should they continue on their current path. Noah's story is a testament to the trials and tribulations faced by those who stand firm in their faith and commit to conveying the divine message. It's a tale of resilience, faith, and unwavering commitment to the path of righteousness. Noah, a faithful messenger, started his mission with a clear warning for his people. A warning that would ultimately shape the course of human history, marking the beginning of a monumental chapter in the narrative of mankind's spiritual journey. What do you think Noah's message to his people was? As a prophet inspired by God, Noah was tasked with conveying a crucial message to his people. His preaching was rooted in the belief in the oneness of God, a principle that forms the cornerstone of Islam, which literally translates to submission, or more specifically, submission to God. Noah's message was not merely a suggestion, but a stern warning of an impending doom. He urged his people to abandon their idolatry, to turn away from their false gods such as Wad, Suwa, Yaghuth, Ya'uk, and Nazar. His message was clear and unequivocal. Accept one God, for it is only God who can save you. His warnings echoed throughout his community, a relentless reminder of the painful fate that awaited them if they chose to ignore his words. He emphasized that the time of the deluge was already appointed, that it was inevitable and couldn't be delayed. Noah implored his people to submit to God, to accept the divine authority, and embrace the path of righteousness. Yet his pleas were met with skepticism and mockery. As he built the ark, the chieftains passed him, their laughter punctuating the gravity of Noah's message. Even as the ship was prepared, loaded with pairs of every animal, Noah's household, and a group of believers who did submit to God, there were those who chose to deny Noah's prophecy, including one of his own sons. Noah's tale is a testament to the power of faith and the consequences of ignorance. His story serves as a stark warning, a reminder of what happens when mankind chooses to turn a deaf ear to the divine. It is a narrative that resonates through time, urging us to heed the words of the prophets, to acknowledge the divine, and to understand the consequences of our choices. Despite Noah's persistent warnings, his words fell on deaf ears. Can you picture the enormity of the task when God commanded Noah to build an ark? Imagine the divine instruction, compelling Noah to undertake a task of such magnitude, a task that would test his faith and perseverance and ultimately save humanity. God's command to Noah was clear and unequivocal: build an ark. This was not a mere boat, but a colossal vessel, a sanctuary for the faithful and the innocent creatures of the earth. This divine decree was not without its challenges. As Noah embarked on this monumental endeavor, the chieftains of his time passed him by, their laughter echoing around him. They mocked his conviction, ridiculed his faith, and belittled his undertaking. Yet Noah remained undeterred, his resolve unbroken, his faith unwavering. As the ark began to take shape, it became a testament to Noah's steadfast faith, a symbol of his unwavering obedience to God. But this ark was not just for Noah and his family. It was to be a haven for life in all its forms. every creature, from the smallest insect to the largest beast, was to find shelter within its sturdy walls. Pairs of every animal, Noah's household, and a group of believers who submitted to God, they were all to find sanctuary in the ark. The ark was not only a vessel of survival, but also a symbol of unity and harmony. It was a place where all creatures, regardless of their size, shape, or species, could coexist peacefully, bound by a common purpose: survival. As the final plank was put in place, as the last nail was driven in, there was a profound silence. A silence that spoke volumes about the faith of a man who dared to believe, who dared to obey God's command against all odds. And in that silence, there was a sense of anticipation, a sense of hope, a sense of salvation. The ark, a symbol of hope and salvation, was ready to weather the impending storm. Opening. What happened to those who ignored Noah's warning? The dawn of the great flood marked a turning point in the narrative of Noah. The ark, a testament to Noah's unwavering faith, was ready. As the heavens opened and the deluge began, the ark became a sanctuary for Noah's family, believers who submitted to God, and pairs of every animal species. The ark was more than just a vessel. It was a symbol of salvation, a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. Yet, not everyone found refuge in the ark. Those who had turned a deaf ear to Noah's warnings, those who had scoffed at his message, they were left to face the consequences of their choices. Among them was one of Noah's own sons. The torrential rains and rising waters spared no one who had denied the message of Noah. The flood was unrelenting, and they drowned, swallowed by the very earth they had once taken for granted. The ark navigated through this cataclysmic event, guided by divine intervention. The world as they knew it was being reshaped by the waters, a stark reminder of the power and wrath of God. Yet, amidst this upheaval, the ark was a constant, a miraculous testament to survival and faith. The floodwaters carried the ark on their tumultuous waves, a journey fraught with uncertainty, but also filled with hope. The final resting place of the ark, referred to as Al-Judi or Munzala Mubarakan, meaning place of landing blessed, marked the end of the great flood. The waters receded, leaving behind a world cleansed of its past transgressions, ready to begin anew. This place, where the ark finally came to rest, was a symbol of God's mercy, a beacon of hope for the generations to come. Ending, the great flood was a devastating consequence for those who chose to ignore Noah's warnings. The story of Noah, the ark, and the great flood serves as a timeless reminder of the repercussions of denying God's messages and the power of unwavering faith. What can we learn from Noah's story in the Quran? Noah, or Nuh as he is known in Arabic, is a figure of great significance in the Quran. His story, woven through various surahs or chapters, offers profound insights into the nature of faith, obedience, and divine mercy. More than a historical account, Noah's narrative serves as a spiritual compass, guiding believers towards an understanding of their relationship with the divine. Noah was a prophet, chosen by God to guide his people away from idolatry and towards monotheism. His unyielding faith in the oneness of God, even in the face of mockery and rejection, stands as a testament to his devotion and steadfastness. In a world entrenched in idol worship, Noah's unwavering belief in monotheism serves as an example of spiritual resilience. His obedience to God's commandments was equally remarkable. When commanded to build an ark, Noah did so without question, despite the ridicule he faced from his contemporaries. His compliance with God's commands, even when they seemed incomprehensible to those around him, underscores the importance of trust in divine wisdom. The Quran also highlights Noah's role as a harbinger of divine justice. His story shows that while God's mercy is boundless for those who believe, his punishment is equally severe for those who deny his messengers. The great flood, which spared Noah and his followers while wiping out the unbelievers, serves as a reminder of the consequences of denial and disobedience. Yet, the story of Noah is ultimately one of hope. It reinforces the notion that no matter how bleak the circumstances, God's mercy prevails for those who maintain their faith and adhere to his commands. Through the figure of Noah, the Quran teaches that salvation lies in submission to God's will and in the unwavering belief in his oneness. Noah, a grateful servant, set a timeless example of faith and obedience for all mankind.